The Israeli military is carrying out a precise and targeted operation in Gaza's Al-Shifa Hospital, according to a statement by the Israel Defense Forces, and Israeli tanks have moved into the hospital complex, according to the recent updates. The Israeli army had surrounded the facility as part of its ground offensive against Hamas, claiming the militant group conceals military operations in the hospital complex. But with hundreds of patients and medical personnel inside, it had refrained from entering. The Israeli military said on Wednesday that their forces were conducting a precise operation against Hamas in a specified area of the complex while taking steps to avoid harm to civilians. Israel accuses Hamas of using hospitals as cover for its fighters, alleging that Hamas has set up its main command center in and beneath Al-Shifa Hospital, the largest in the besieged territory. The Israeli statement said, "The IDF is conducting a ground operation in Gaza to defeat Hamas and rescue our hostages. Israel is at war with Hamas, not with the civilians in Gaza." It remained unclear how many troops were involved in the assault or what their immediate objective was. Fighting has been raging around the compound for days, and the hospital was hit by ordnance at least 4 times over the weekend, killing several people. Israeli commanders say that Hamas fighters have built an underground operational hub and tunnels under the hospital. They have accused Hamas, the armed group that controls Gaza, of using patients, doctors, and hospital workers as human shields for command centers and safe houses. Hamas and hospital officials deny the accusations. Hamas released a statement saying it holds Israel's army and President Biden fully responsible for the raid. It said the White House had given Israel a green light for the raid on Tuesday when a spokesman said American intelligence agencies supported Israel's conclusion that Hamas uses hospitals for military purposes. Mael Kaila, the Minister of Health for the Palestinian Authority, said that Israeli forces are committing a new crime against humanity, medical staff, and patients. Before the raid, hospital officials had described grim conditions for patients as fuel for generators had run out, shutting down equipment. Medicine, anesthetics, and other supplies are also all but gone. At particular risk are roughly 3 dozen premature babies whose incubators were turned off. Israel declared war on Hamas, the Palestinian militant group that controls Gaza, and launched a complete siege of the enclave following Hamas terror attacks in Israel on October 7. An estimated 1,200 people were killed in Hamas attacks and about 240 taken hostage, most of whom remain captive in Gaza. Since then, Israeli attacks have killed at least 11,180 Palestinians, including 4,609 children and 3,100 women, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry in Ramallah, which draws on medical sources in Gaza. International pressure on the Israeli government has soared in recent days amid accounts of desperate circumstances at Gaza's fuel-starved hospitals and severe shortages of food and water. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Tuesday repeated his calls for a ceasefire in Gaza in the name of humanity.